Hey friends, today I'll show you 6 must-know Excel functions that can save you hours of work. You might already know some old school tricks, but I will show you why these new functions are better. Let's say I want to extract only the first name from these names. Most people use flash fill, that is Control E. So let's try that first. First I will type JOHN to activate the Control E. Now I'll come down and say Control E. It works fine. But now let's change Imli to John, JOHN. It doesn't update. Now what I have to do, again I have to delete this, come here, do Control E, and then it works. It's a time consuming process. Now let's do the same thing with the new function which is text before. You can come here equal to text before open bracket. What is your text? Your text is this. And what is your delimiter? Here the delimiter is the space between John and Doe. So for delimiter, I'll open the inverted commas, do a space, inverted commas close bracket, enter. Now when I come here, do a double click, it works perfectly fine. Now when I change Emily Davis to John, it works. Let's do a second case. Suppose in this case, I want only laptop, mouse, keyboard, monitor and printer. Let's do with Control E. So laptop, come down, Control E, it works fine. But then there are two issues. Number one, you already know it doesn't get auto updated if I change any data here. Number two is along with keyboard, you got this dash and HP. Along with printer, you got this dash and Canon. Now you have to remove this manually. Instead of this, let's try with text before. So equal to text before open bracket. What is your text? Your text is this. Here, what is your delimiter? Your delimiter is dash. Anything before dash you want. So open the inverted commas, put a dash, close the inverted commas, close it, enter. Now when I come here and do a double click, I got it. But now here is a catch. Now let me just copy this so that I can remove this formula. So what I'll do is I'll copy, right click and click on this paste special formula. So now what happens is like it becomes in a text form. But here the problem, if you see, when I do a double click, you can see it took the space also because we took everything before dash. So before dash there was a space here, but when you come to keyboard there is no space here because before dash there was no space. Now how to solve this? You can solve this very easily. Let me just go back, do a Control Z and go back to a normal state where formula comes. Now what I will do is on this formula I'll use a trim function, TRIM open bracket, and I'll come here and close bracket and enter. Now I'll come here and do a double click, right click, just to show you. Now when I do a double click, you can see the dash are gone. So what trim function does is it removes the spaces before and after your text. So it works very well for you. I just didn't wanted to show you half. I wanted to show you the issue with the text before also, but how you can solve it. Now let's say I want to extract everything after the first word. So first use the Control E flash fill. What happens? DOE. I'll come down, do a Control E. Now you can see it worked fine, but the problem is I want everything after the first name. So I want Elizabeth, I want J dot, I want Wilson as well. It is not coming in this. Let's try the same thing with text after. So I'll say equal to text after open bracket. What is my text? My text is this. What will be my delimiter? Here after first name I need everything. So after first name the delimiter is space. So I'll open the inverted commas, click on the space, close the inverted commas, close, enter. Now when I come here and do a double click, I got it everything. Now let's say I want to extract everything after the first word. What I will do, I'll say DOE, come down, say Control E. Now you can see it worked, but the problem is I wanted the Elizabeth, I wanted J dot and Williamson also because I wanted everything after the first word and it didn't work. Control E didn't supported me. Now I will use a text after that is equal to text after open bracket. This is my text. I need everything after the first word. So after the first word, my delimiter is the spaces. So I'll open the inverted commas, click on the space, close the inverted commas, close bracket, enter. I'll come here, do a double click and it worked. I got everything after the first name. So this is how the powerful text after function is. Alright, let's say I need to split this data into different columns. Text to column is my first choice. So let's do it. I'll click here, go to the data, click on text to columns, make sure delimited is checked, do a next, and now you can see here the dash is the delimiter. So here there is no dash. I'll click on the others and press dash. As soon as I press dash, you can see everything got separated into columns. I'll say next and I'll say finish. It worked. Now suppose if I get a new data, suppose if I got this 3 data, it doesn't work now. Again I have to go to text to column, do a text to column. Now here you see what happens. When I say next, finish and say okay, the above one gets over and you get only this one. Instead of using text to column, you can use text split as well. It's very easy. Equal to TEXTSPLIT open bracket. What is your text? My text is this. What is my delimiter? My delimiter is dash. I'll put it in inverted commas, close, enter. Now you can see I can just drag it and it worked. Now suppose if I get two more, select this one. I just need to select this and drop, and it worked fine for me. No extra steps, no wasted time. TextSplit wins here. I have these addresses in different columns, street name, city and country, and I want to combine them into one clean column. The old way is concatenate. How it works? Equal to conc. You will take a concatenate. What is the text? This is one. Then you will say comma, and then you will use a delimiter because you need the spaces between the addresses city and country. So you will do a space and again do a comma. Now you will use a text to do a same thing. So it's a long process. Okay. Now instead of that, you can simply use the text join, that is equal to TEXTJOIN open bracket. What is your delimiter? You want space between your street, city and country. So inverted commas, space, inverted commas, close. If you want comma, you can write comma also. You want to ignore the empty cells. Suppose if city is empty, you want to ignore that. True. Double click here, comma. What is your text? This is all text you want to combine. Close bracket, enter, and it's done within seconds. So here the text join wins. Let's say I want all this in single line. Okay, you don't have to type manually. You can use ARRAYTOTEXT function, that is equal to ARRAY array to text open bracket. What is your array? This one, close bracket, enter. You got within seconds. Let's move to the second example. You have this list, but you want only the unique ones and in one cell like this. How to get it? First, you'll use a unique function, that is equal to UNIQUE unique open bracket. All this should be selected so that it selects only the unique ones, close bracket. And now on this you can wrap this with ARRAYTOTEXT, ARRAY array to text. Your array is this, close bracket, enter. And you see electronics are 2 times, furnitures are 2 times. It took only 1 time and it gave you in this form. Now I have this data and I want to do one change. For the second dash in every cell, I want to change that dash to either pipe or slash. So simple method, what everyone do is they'll select the data, do a control H, which is find and replace. Find what dash, replace it with slash. I'll say replace all, say okay and close. Now you see the problem here is for the first one also it took the consideration and changed the dash to slash. I don't want that. So instead of this, what you can use a new function is substitute, equal to substitute open bracket. What is your text? This is your text. What is my old text? The old text is dash, which I want to change, so I will put text in the inverted commas, comma. What is the new text? I want to replace the old text dash with new text slash, okay, comma. What is the instance number? This is what it changed everything. Instance number, is it first dash or second dash? I want the second one, close bracket, enter. And now you can see I'll just drag this. The first one is dash only and the last one is changed to slash. So this is how you can use substitute function also. If you like this, please share and subscribe. It will be helpful for me. Please watch it till the end. Thank you so much.